When we filmed Trevor Campbell doing his thing on the Cross Trainer, he expected a soft, underpowered trail bike, but was surprised at how fast the Beta was around his motocross and endurocross tracks. Since our own reviews on the Beta Cross Trainer, there have been a lot of questions about how it compares to the Beta RR300 and other two-stroke Enduro 300s, and whether we would recommend one or the other for different types of riding. So first, a quick summary of the RR300. Like the entire Beta Enduro range, it's a seriously competitive bike if racing, but proving very popular for everyday riders due to its lower seat height, very usable power, and excellent handling characteristics. In comparison, the Cross Trainer is based on the RR300, but has a detuned engine, lower seat height, less weight, and suspension more suited to slow technical terrain. Just pause to read for more details. The critical part, how do they compare when riding? Everyone is impressed with a graph, so we did this one up, pause to have a look. For the vast majority of us trail hacks, there is a lot of overlap between these two bikes, unless you mainly do fast open riding or are simply a very experienced aggressive rider. Although, as Trevor Campbell found, the Cross Trainer is still bloody fast around a track. Power-wise, this dyno explains part of the story. Essentially, they've knocked the top end off the RR300. The problem with dyno charts is deep down we all like to think we are Johnny Walker, but most of us couldn't use that top end in anything but a straight line. In fact, most of us would be flat out even using the top end of the Cross Trainer more than maybe 2 to 5% of a dirt ride. It's more than that though. The Cross Trainer is not as snappy. It's very predictable and loves finding traction. The RR300 is good in these respects, but the Cross Trainer takes it to a new level, at least with our riding skills. Handling, that 5 kilo drop in weight and low seat height make the Cross Trainer an absolute joy to ride as the tracks get tougher and slower. There is a lot of overlap with the RR300 in this respect, for dirt riding in general, but certainly as the speed picks up, the Cross Trainer won't feel as planted, and that springy suspension that works so well in hard terrain does start to bottom out when pushed hard. Some reviews talk about the forgiving nature of the Cross Trainer. You can push it hard, and that low seat height, lightweight and tractable engine let you push the envelope more than normal, and the bike doesn't immediately drop you on your ass when you make a mistake. Oh, and while we're doing graphs, we already discussed the KTM Freeride versus the Cross Trainer in a previous video, but here's a graph showing our thoughts when comparing them. Would the Cross Trainer be a good beginner's bike? Yes and no. Just pause to read more. A lot of guys complain about the suspension on the Cross Trainer, but for its purpose, we reckon Beta did a pretty good job. If you do weigh more than 80 kilograms, then sure, put in some stiffer springs, as you would for most dirt bikes. But if you are riding hard and fast enough to find that suspension too limiting, then maybe the RR300 was the bike you should have bought. Having said that though, there are so many interchangeable parts between the Cross Trainer and RR300, and the genuine Beta parts are so cheap, it can be fun to tinker and get different results from the engine suspension and possibly come up with a dream bike that's a combination of both. So if you are deciding between a Cross Trainer or a full-blown two-stroke Enduro 300, we hope this review helps. And of course, try and get a test ride if you can.